A calm, bright Earth floats in the vastness of space. All is peaceful, the world unaware of the coming catastrophe. The sun, once stable, begins to convulse in violent spasms. Plasma erupts like fiery whips. Its corona writhes in agony as the star begins to swell. This is no slow transformation, it's a cataclysmic failure. The sun expands rapidly, turning deep red, consuming Mercury and Venus in an instant. Then, the core collapses, triggering a supernova. A wave of energy bursts forth, outshining the Milky Way. The shockwave tears through the solar system, obliterating everything in its path. The final burst of light begins its journey to Earth, a photon-encoded obituary. Behind it, a wave of radiation and superheated particles follows. For Earth, the first sign is the sudden, complete absence of light. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remain before the curtain falls. From space, Earth's light vanishes in an instant. The planet is cast into shadow. A normal sunny day on Earth, people go about their lives unaware. People looked at the dying sky and understood. This was the end. Panic rippled through cities, but there was nowhere to run. In these final moments, all that mattered was connection. Strangers embraced, parents clung to children, and loved ones rushed to be together. The scramble wasn't for survival, but for a last shared moment, a final, I love you. Cast adrift by the sun's explosive end, pushed by the supernova. It tumbled into interstellar darkness, the moon trailing behind. Temperatures fell to near absolute zero, the atmosphere froze and fell as snow. The sky was clear, the stars cold and indifferent. Cities and wonders lay buried under frozen air, perfectly preserved. The oceans were solid ice, locking away the memory of life. Earth drifted, a silent, frozen wanderer, its story over, its legacy entombed. The laughter, love, and beauty of humanity frozen forever in a pale white orb. With the sun gone, Earth's warmth vanished instantly. Temperatures plummeted, power grids failed, cities flickered and died. The atmosphere stilled, then winds howled as thermal shock set in. Rain turned to hail, then snow, flash freezing forests and deserts alike. Oceans began to freeze, ice thickening with terrifying speed. The Great Barrier Reef and Amazon were entombed in ice. Whales surfaced to find only a ceiling of frozen water. In less than an hour, Earth became an alien frozen landscape. Any survivors deep underground were only delaying the inevitable. The world of art, history, and life was gone. Now a silent, frozen museum. The planet's final sigh. A white shroud over a lost civilization. On Earth, the sky went black. Not night, but a void. The last photon from our star struck the planet. Then, nothing. The world froze in disbelief, plunged into an abyss of darkness. No stars, only the faint glow of human-made lights, flickering candles in infinite night. The psychological impact was immediate. Hope extinguished with the light. Panic erupted into primal terror as the darkness pressed down. Then, a ghostly glow appeared, the supernova's light, the sun's death scream. It grew into a nebula of impossible colors, the last thing humanity would ever see. The universe's final gift, a glorious incandescent tombstone. From space, the spectacle was both magnificent and horrifying. The sun, giver of life, became the ultimate destroyer. Confusion gave way to horror as the truth spread, not through news, but through fear. Some turned to faith, others to art, capturing the apocalypse in sketches, poems, and music. The world's leaders were silent. Power and wealth meant nothing now. In space, an astronaut sent a final message, not to mission control, but to Earth. He described the sun's death throes, his voice a fragile thread connecting humanity one last time. The sky shifted from yellow to blood red as the world watched, witnesses to the greatest and final event in human history. The human spirit persisted, creating even as creation itself ended. In the face of cosmic annihilation, we were all equal. The last words spoken were of love and farewell. It was a day like any other until the light began to fade. In Tokyo, a couple watched cherry blossoms, unaware of the coming darkness. Across the world, people paused, sensing something was wrong. The sun, our constant companion, dimmed almost imperceptibly at first. A barista in London looked up, uneasy. A scientist in the Atacama Desert frowned at his monitor. The world shivered as the golden afternoon faded to a sickly yellow. Shadows blurred, colors drained, and a chill crept in. This was no eclipse, no moon, No explanation. The sky bruised purple at the edges. The sun faltered, its surface rippling with impossible forces. On the International Space Station, astronauts stared in disbelief as the sun shuddered. The silent, predictable dance of the cosmos had been interrupted. The universe whispered a terrible secret, and humanity was only just beginning to listen. The warmth faded, replaced by a cold that had nothing to do with weather. The world held its breath, suspended in a moment of profound wrongness. The sun, after 4.5 billion years, was failing. It was a cosmic heartbeat skipping, a celestial engine sputtering. The vibrant colors of the world drained away, leaving a muted grayscale reality. The silent scream of the universe echoed across the globe. The day was no longer ordinary.